Hi.
Hi all, I'm Miss Wood. I have been teaching at Fountain Gate Secondary 14 years this year, and I teach English.
Awesome, thanks Em for coming. So why did you decide to become a teacher, and why specifically at Fountain Gate?
Okay, so I decided to become a teacher. Well, I didn't really quite decide. I knew that I dropped out of 2 uni degrees, and I knew that I wanted to do something more with my life, and I wanted to work with teenagers. And so it was my sister that suggested to me that teaching gets more money than social work. But I think that the reason, I think deep down I decided to become a teacher was because I did struggle a lot in high school. And it was a teacher that got me through, a teacher that kind of helped me with my passion for English, and a teacher that basically was that person that supported me through my teenage years. So it made me realise how much people need that, how much young people need someone to understand them and can relate to them, and yeah, that's basically.
That's amazing. So you're really excited you've become that teacher that was that role model for you.
I try to be.
That's awesome.
I try to be.
So do you have any hobbies or special talents or interests?
I don't think I have any special talents or interests. I'm pretty average at most things. I'm good at boggle, but I can tell you things I'm terrible at. I'm terrible at cooking. I'm terrible at gardening. I'm terrible at science. But my interests, I really like running, basketball, gym, reading, and playing with my cats. 3 of them. They're beautiful.
What are their names?
Link, who is my baby, his little one,
yeah.
Quirky, and Willow, who is a queen. Follow them on Instagram. The 3 Musketeers, no, Whisketeers. Yeah.
That's amazing. So what is your ultimate comfort food?
Caramilk chocolate.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, it's so bad though, 'cause it's so bad for me. I can't stop. I actually have a block in my office right now, and I can't stop, and they've hidden it from me, and they've got it locked away. Yeah. Am I looking at that camera or that camera?
Either. I'd probably look at this one though.
Okay, cool.
So what is one thing you wish you had known as a student?
The answers to all the questions. But if you want to go on a deeper level, I probably wish I knew the reasons why I acted out, the reasons why I was quite angry at school and why I would misbehave. And I think if I knew the reasons for that, I would know to get support. I went to high school in the 90s, which was really different. There was no such thing as wellbeing. There was really no sub-school. It was basically if you acted out or, you weren't
disruptive.
You weren't complying, yeah. You were basically just a naughty kid.
Yeah, troublemaker.
Yeah, and you just get suspended and detentions and contracts and all the fun stuff that happened back then. So yeah, I guess I wish that I knew that I wasn't a bad student. Yeah. But I knew that there was reasons why, and I think that if I did school now, there'd be a lot more support in place, and I think that kids have a lot more opportunity in that way now.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
It's probably not what you wish you knew academically. Yeah. But I think that well-being of a student's what comes first, and you can when that's okay academically, they can thrive. So
then they can definitely work on that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So what is a future goal or target of yours? For example, buy a house, maybe live overseas, or write a book.
I bought a house.
Oh, that sounds jealous.
Yeah, it's fun times. I do have one, but so I want to write a book, and this has been something that's kind of been bothering me a lot, in the last week. It's been on my mind a lot. Yeah. I watched Hamilton. I don't know, have you seen Hamilton?
Yes, very briefly. I saw the start of it, but I haven't finished it.
You need to watch it all, it's brilliant. But he's this guy that he writes and writes and writes, and he just can, whatever he wants to achieve, he can just put his mind to it. Yeah. And I've always loved writing. I've been writing since I was in grade 5, I think, and I write poetry.
Do you find it as a really good creative outlet?
Yeah, but the older I'm getting, the harder I find it to do. Yeah. So it's the same as reading. The older I get, the harder I find it is to focus.
Yeah, I suppose because you do it so much for your job as well.
And there's technology now. Yeah. So much. Didn't have that back when I was in high school. So I feel like I have a story to tell. and I really want to write a book, but I haven't quite worked out how to focus beyond one chapter.
Yeah.
So at the moment, I actually have like 10 first chapters. So I've written over the past 10 years.
Maybe it could be one of those like alternate beginning.
I was going to call
books.
it. Well, I was going to call it the first chapters.
Oh, that's so cool.
But ultimately, I guess my goal before I die, hopefully it's not soon, so I get more time to write it, is to write a book.
Do you reckon you might get round to a bit of that in ISO?
No, I tried last ISO. Last ISO, I won the MVP on my NBA 2K.
That's amazing.
And I'm just going to like flex here. I ran a half marathon.
Oh wow!
Yeah, because I set a goal start of the year.
That's incredible.
I was going to try and run a marathon.
So half marathon is that 24 kilometers? 21.
21.1.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so I set that goal at the start of the year.
And where'd you run that?
Just around the local area.
That's amazing.
Because there was no events. So yeah, like I want to run a marathon now, but I've got an injury and the events. I think for the full marathon, I want to do it at the proper event.
Yeah.
Like I want to run through the MCG.
Yeah.
Event.
No, well that's so exciting. Congratulations. Yeah. I've never run that far in my life ever.
Just like if you ever want to, just set up like it's consistency. Set up a program, start slow and just be consistent.
Slowly build up.
And hold yourself accountable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you doing this weekend?
What's everyone doing this weekend? I'm actually having a really big party with 500 people at my house. You're all invited. No, don't. No, that's not true because I will get fined and the police will be at our door. I don't know, probably nothing. I've binged all the shows I want to watch. If you can give me a recommendation for a new show to binge, I'm
all for that.
All for that.
Yeah.
Playing with my cats. Probably because I'm injured, I'll just go on the cross trainer for a few hours. Yeah. Read a book. I am reading a book at the moment of my life.
What are you reading?
It's called The Little Life.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good book.
Awesome. And any words or thoughts for your students approaching the remote learning starting next week?
So this is probably for students and everyone. Be kind to yourself. I think a lot of people kind of have expectations they always have to be excelling in what they're doing, but we are going through a pandemic. Just do the best you can do, but it's okay if you're struggling. You are human. Ask for support. Your teachers are there. And let someone know if you need to chat to someone. I think that's probably the most important thing. Look after your well-being. Try and have a routine. Try and get some exercise every day. Get out, unless they lock us inside, but not yet. So try and get out, get some fresh air. Try and look after your diet. The better you can kind of keep those routines going, exercise, sleep, diet, then you can kind of look after your well-being a bit more.
Awesome. Well, that is fantastic. Thank you so much for doing this interview today.
It's okay.
And thank you.
Cool. No worries.